I suppose we gotta talk about this. Let me just sip on my cup of coffee here at 6 o'clock at night. So I've tried to avoid overflooding the timeline and YouTube with this kind of video because everybody's been doing this week. There's been a lot of rumblings in the toy community this week about a very big deal, a big issue, and I was gonna wait. So, yes, that's my cat talking. Yeah, like I said, I was gonna wait to do this until the time was right, until enough videos and articles and posts and everything like that have passed, but I suppose it's time for me to talk about it and my feelings about it. And it wasn't until today I was reminded, someone commented on one of my videos and asked me, with how big of a DC multiverse collection that you have, I'm really surprised that you haven't made a video talking about Mattel getting the license back to the DC. It's been talked about at length. If you don't know, you must be living in a shoebox, but it was announced last week, and I almost didn't believe it, honestly, that McFarlane Toys has lost the license to DC Comics, DC Studios, whatever you want to call it, Warner Brothers, and that Mattel will be renewing their license and making figures in late 2026, I believe it is. So I have some mixed feelings about this, and I'll explain it. I was waiting to do a video like this one too, I guess, for a little while, but I'm gonna combine the two into one video. So as far as them losing the license, that's a pretty big deal. McFarlane had the license for 6 years, so they signed the license in 2019 and started producing figures in 2020. The first year, guys, was pretty rough. I was there from day one. There's definitely a line of toys on the shelf that I was like, I could really get back into Batman collecting again. That would be cool. Superman and all this other stuff. I collected this stuff when I was a kid. It just didn't really fit my style at the time, so I didn't bother in the Mattel era. But once I saw McFarlane Toys on the shelf, I saw the Arkham Asylum, Batman, and Joker in the collectibles section, and I absolutely picked both of them up. And ever since then, I've collected DC Multiverse figures for the better part of 4 years, 4.5 years. However long the license is, but he's had the license, whatever. And let me tell you, some of my favorite figures in my collection have come from McFarlane Toys and this line. So it is quite bittersweet in a way. A lot of folks are speculating. There's a lot of speculation. Obviously, I don't know 100% what the deal is. So I'm just gonna give my 2 cents. My 2 cents is a lot of people are saying, well, he didn't lose the license. Nobody said that. He hasn't made an announcement. McFarlane Toys hasn't made an announcement, whatever. Common sense would tell you that when a major, and I'm talking major toy company, has just announced that they got the rights to make DC Comics action figures, there's a good chance that whoever had it before had the carpet pulled from underneath them. Let's be real. And I'm also hearing that Spin Master lost the license as well. So it's not really surprising when you really think about the long and the short of it. Of course he lost the license. People don't want to believe it. People don't want to buy it. Well, nothing's been said. Look, I ain't gonna say who, but I was told from a reputable source that McFarlane indeed lost the license. All right, it is what it is. You gotta accept it. So there's a lot of people online who are upset by this, and it's understandably so. But there's a lot of people who are really flying off the handle and being like, if you support DC Comics and if you like McFarlane Toys, you cannot support this new product. And I think that that's just a little bullshit. Truth be told, do what you want, collect what you want. If you like Batman, keep your McFarlane Batmans, buy the new Batmans. If you wanna wash your hands clean of McFarlane and see what the new product is out there, go ahead and do that. If you don't want to support Mattel in their ventures of making DC Comics toys, don't. Who cares? It's your prerogative. Somebody said that in one of the comments on my videos that it's nice just to hear someone be honest and doing vlog style of honesty as far as the hobby goes, the collecting hobby goes, and that's just as honest as it's gonna get, is what I'm about to tell you. Truth be told, when I told you, or when I said a little bit ago that it was bittersweet, recently, the last 9 months or so, I would say that I completely, slowly, it took a while, but I slowly, totally dipped out from collecting DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys. And here's why. As great as Todd McFarlane and McFarlane Toys product was, they overflooded the market. And maybe I'm wrong for saying that, but just my opinion. Whatever I'm saying is not factual, it's just how I feel. When you got 10 plus pre-orders a week dropping, like last year and the year before, that's great if you got a crap ton of money. Or if you're sending influencers boxes, everybody's gonna get their hands on these toys to review. But if you're just a Joe Schmo who's trying to start up a YouTube page, or someone who's trying to start up a TikTok page, look, I had 12,000 followers on TikTok. I'm kind of taking a break and a hiatus from it right now because I enjoy YouTube just that much more. And I like the challenge of my YouTube journey here. It's taking a minute to get where I want to get, but that's besides the point. McFarlane Toys overflooded the market with DC figures, and in one aspect, that's fantastic. There's a variety, but somebody who is trying to complete the line, it's almost damn near impossible. Legit. I know a guy on TikTok, a lot of you know him too. His name is LT. Great dude, good friend of mine. Helped me a lot when I was getting into the hobby. Dude's got thousands and thousands of followers, but he's also a completist. Imagine trying to complete that collection off of your own dime if you didn't have a super high paying job. It'd be damn near impossible, right? Well, then you can argue too, well, you don't need everything. And that's what I'm trying to say. You don't need everything. Learn from me. I bought almost every product that he put out for the DC Multiverse line. And then I even tried the Batman animated series stuff. And then I tried Batman 66, so on and so forth. The page punchers, all of it. I did it all. But take it from a guy who is weeding himself out of that. This news is refreshing selfishly just because I need a break. And this is a good way to justify it for me. It helps justify, hey man, it's totally okay to dip out. And that's what I'm trying to tell you is you don't need every dang toy out there. So for Mattel to be taking over, let's be real. The last couple series of Mattel DC figures that they came out with, I collected them. I didn't think they were that great. They were almost on the same level that the WWE Elites were and WWE action figures were in 2016, 2017. They were okay, not the greatest, all right? Since then, I have faith in Mattel because since then their WWE action figures are supreme. They're incredible looking. They really nailed the likeness on stuff. Articulations there, accessories are there. Sure, they might be not on the same scale as the 7-inch DC Multiverse figures, but you'll get over that, trust me. And if you can't, it's okay to sell your collection or start something new, or just don't even bother at all. Just keep the stuff you have. It's your collection, right? Who gives a shit? The DC Multiverse hobby got to be like super high levels of popularity towards the end here. At the beginning, people were skeptical. I was on board from the beginning, but I've gotten out because I couldn't afford or justify spending all this money on some characters I just don't know. That's the reality of it, is like, I didn't grow up reading comic books. I'm not a poser. I know the stuff that I know, that I need to know. And DC Multiverse and that line sent me on a comic book buying spree so I could get familiar with these characters that I'm buying. All this good stuff. So while it is bittersweet, I am excited that I feel like I could just stop collecting these and not feel any remorse. Let's be real. Todd's got about 9-10 months, give or take, to get out all the announcements and push out all the figures by early 2026, I think is when technically you gotta stop putting them on shelves. I don't know that for sure, but just a rough estimate. So unless he puts out something like so attention grabbing that I have to get it, I'm completely out. And I waited to put this out because so many people had opinions. So many people were just like, oh man, this sucks. Excited to buy the new Mattel stuff. I don't know if I'm going to. We'll see where we're at. I'm going through a different phase of my life where things in my toy room are going to be narrowing down quite a bit so I could just focus on simplicity. I don't know how to put it. I'll make a vlog, a video about it. My plans going forward in my little toy room setup in my life just in general. But I don't know. That's how I feel. Bittersweet. It was a good line to collect for many years, but he's sad to see it end, but hey, there ain't no shame in what he accomplished in that 5-year mark. McFarlane Toys put out a crap ton of great DC Comics action figures, a lot of good movie figures, the list goes on and on. A lot of cool statues. Sad to see it go, but everything comes to an end. I guess I felt the same when Super 7 lost the Simpsons license. It moves on. If you like the characters, you'll continue to collect them. If you like McFarlane Toys, guess what? They just picked up the TMNT license or some branch of it. And now they're gonna be making Mortal Kombat classic figures. So support the brands, support what you want to support, and get what you want to get, but don't go crazy. Anyway, that's my little ramble. McFarlane Toys is nice having you produce DC figures for 5 years or so. Put out a lot of good stuff. Bravo. And we'll see you later because time is up. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Leave a like. Be sure to subscribe if you're new here. And please don't think I'm a condescending asshole because I'm really not trying to be. I'm just being honest. And I'll see y'all later. Peace out.